Hello and welcome to my kitchen. Today I've been fortunate enough to have a guest who is going to prepare for us a Spanish tortilla. And these are the ingredients that you will need. And of course, as usual, we'll have the recipe listed in the description box below. We're really excited about it. It's going to taste beautiful, I'm sure. So you'll need some potatoes, some onions, eggs, some lovely sunflower oil, and some salt. Excuse me, clumsy again. And we'll get on with the recipe and show you how it goes. Okay, we've beautifully chopped, as you can see, tiny little pieces of 2 kilos worth of the white potatoes, and one nice large onion has been finely cubed and diced, and there's 10 eggs that have been beaten by hand for at least 3 minutes, and my guest has actually added a dash of milk, and that's quite optional. And we're going to prepare now the fry pan to cook these at a gentle heat. Now we're just going to pour some sunflower oil into the pan. We want the pan really nice and hot, probably for about the first 2 minutes, and then it's going to be put down to a very, very low flame, and the potatoes are cooked very gently with the onions. And I'll just see how much you've added of that. You've just added at least 700 mils of sunflower oil. And this is, I remind you again, a traditional Spanish recipe that's been handed down from grandmother to daughter, and then from mother to daughter, and so forth and so forth. You're ready?
Yeah.
Okay, the oil's at a lovely hot stage now. So we're going to put in the diced potatoes. Obviously one needs to be quite careful at this stage to avoid splatter. So there's enough room in the pan for you? Good. Okay, so obviously the temperature has just dropped because there's a lot of product in there, but we'll just leave it high.
Doesn't matter if
So
it's a little bit more or a little bit less.
You've added all the onion, and now you're going to give it a bit of a stir. So that was the whole onion that was chopped, placed inside, and gently mix it through. Still on high flame because, as I said, this is a very big quantity, but it will be turned down shortly, and then we'll let it cook slowly for about 15 or so minutes. My guest, Missy, is happy with the state of the potatoes, how they're cooked. I don't think they're supposed to be completely golden brown. I think they're just supposed to be on the verge, as you can see. And we have the eggs prepared there, so she's going to start to put those potatoes. Did you want to turn the heat down? Yes?
That's what it'll be.
Too low?
Not too much.
Halfway?
Yeah.
Alright. So she's going to start to put those potatoes into the eggs, where I assume that by leaving the heat of the potatoes, those eggs are actually going to cook. And I think she mentioned that it has to be about a 15-minute stay there, and they'll cook those eggs. At which time then it's returned to the pan and then presented on a platter. Oh, I think you have to turn it upside down and then present it on a platter. So a very, very interesting recipe, and it's always wonderful to see something from another culture. And this one is Espanol. So I'm really, really thrilled and, you know, quite delighted to have this happen in my little humble kitchen. Okay, we've successfully taken all the potatoes out of the fry pan, and now they're in the beaten egg mixture. She's just going to give them a gentle toss, and as I said, those eggs, the potatoes are so hot they'll actually cook the egg by letting them steep in the egg mixture for at least 6 to 10 minutes, or however long it takes. And then it's returned to the fry pan. And I think after that sometime they'll be cooked. Okay, we've removed all the oil, but we've left a little residue because now the mixture is going to be returned to the pan. It's been sitting there for about 5 minutes, Lissy? About 5-6 minutes. And it's not totally cooked the eggs through, but it's certainly given them a good push. Once she returns these to the pan, of course, they will cook. And the stove is set at very, very low. And she has tested them to see if she's happy with the salt content. So there they go. And now you're going to put a lid on that? Do you have to put a lid? No lid? So you just leave them on the flame or on the heat. Just smoothing them out. Leave them on the heat to cook on a very low flame. Okay, we've had this on a very low heat. I think she's just turned it up marginally, and she's going to check the sides to see if it's taking its formation. Yes, and it looks like it is starting to form. It's starting to congeal and become one unit as opposed to lots of little pieces of potato. And there's obviously a knack to how she's stirring it and testing it.
Yeah, it's fine.
And she's happy with it now. So we're going to start to get ready to plate and turn it. Okay, we're going to attempt to flip this now. Obviously it's a very heavy pan, a very heavy plate, but this is the method that is employed to do it. Okay, she's going to toss it. Okay, that's flat.
1, 2, 3.
Yay! How very clever. And now it's put back into the pan so the top side can brown.
Okay.
Very clever. Okay, so we're putting it back on the flame. And you can see it's formed a gorgeous golden crust. Of course, those eggs have fried up beautifully, but again, as I said, on a very low stove top. And we'll leave this for a further, how long do you think, Lissy?
Another 4 minutes, 5
About
minutes.
another 4 minutes, okay.
Oh, is it?
No. Okay, we're going to flip it again now, just to make sure that the other side has been cooked. Beautiful flipping. Are you happy with that, Chef?
I think it's done.
You think you're happy?
Yeah.
She's happy with that, so if she's happy, we're happy. Well done. And here it comes. Beautiful. Well done. No, okay. We're going to present it in the traditional way that it's presented in a family. So they cut a nice wedge. Oh, lovely. Look at that. So if we could just lift this a little bit. That's gorgeous. You can see all the lovely layers of cooked potatoes through it. Beautiful. Well done. Well done, Chef. That's gorgeous. Do we get to taste it?